because we ran a travel scholarship program. Harmony very, very kindly funded us to bring 150 women to ETH Denver, which is, I believe, one of the biggest efforts at inclusion and diversity ETH Denver has had. So, yeah, amen! And so I was super happy to be involved, super happy to facilitate that. And I'm just going to go across the board and have you ladies introduce yourselves, give a little bit of background, and maybe say what this has meant, that, you know, you got a travel scholarship to come, and what this has meant for you.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. My name is Melissa Henderson. I am head of community at ApeWorks, so it's a developer framework. Coming from the Web2 space as a journalist, writer. I met Tracey in Lisbon, and it's just been amazing just connecting with her DAO, because we have a community now. Like, we're not just in, you know, like a corner of the bathroom talking about Web3 or crypto or what shady DeFi token we've been investing in. So that's what it's meant for me. And then also just Harmony as a blockchain. I just love their vibe and just the support that we've gotten over like maybe 2-3 months has been pivotal. So, yeah.
Thank you. Hello, well, my name is Ana Belen. I'm from Mexico. And well, I have a marketing agency focused in Web3, and I'm very into DAOs. I'm in Bankless DAO, Token Engineering Commons, HairDAO. And well, HairDAO gave me a very big opportunity because this is my first Web3 conference. So for me, it's amazing. It's I'm very thankful with HairDAO and Harmony that they gave us the opportunity to come and meet a lot of people here, getting to know so many cool projects. So I'm pretty excited. Thank you.
Hey all, thank you so much for coming this evening. So my name is Oyin Adebayo, full name Oyinkansola Adebayo. I'm so privileged to be here as well as part of the HairDAO team, received a scholarship from the UK. I run 2 companies. One of them is all about getting black women in the UK and in Nigeria into tech. So in the UK, less than 1% of the tech industry is made up of black women. So I wanted to do something about it. So we run boot camps specifically for black women, and we run various ones. So we've been able to upskill 300 women to be able to get into tech and connect them with different employers. But I'm excited about this, the ETH Denver Summit, because I'm actually currently building a hair, beauty, and fashion NFT platform that really gives real utility to creators and also consumers. So think Pinterest mixed with wearable.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Gyan and I have traveled from Bangalore, India. I've been in the Web3 space for over 5 to 6 years now. I started out as a developer and now I'm an educator, a researcher. As a full-time job, I work with Questbook. I work as a protocol researcher and content lead. And apart from that, I also work with different protocols, creating content for them, trying to educate the community on the various protocols that are out there for both developers and non-developers. And of course, I'm also passionate about women in tech, women in Web3. I run a small guild called the Phoenix Guild, where I'm encouraging more women to apply for bounties, grants, etc. So yeah, that's me, and I'm really thankful to Tracey and of course the whole Harmony initiative to have more diversity and inclusion in the Web3 space, because it's definitely the need of the hour with the kind of products, the kind of solutions that we are building and the people that we are building for. So yeah, very excited to be here.
Great. So you're all pretty successful women in Web3, and you're all building companies and you're all building really great products. So like, I think it would be interesting for people to kind of know your journey to Web3, because everyone's got a slightly different story, haven't they? And like, things have happened by accident, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a crypto festival, and you know. So can you just tell us your your little journey to Web3? You can start again.
Okay, yeah, I'll start. So my journey to Web3 wasn't through crypto, actually, surprising. When I started out 5, 6 years ago, it was when I attended a conference on blockchain by a professor. And I was very intrigued by the technical terminologies around blockchain and the fact that this ecosystem is completely new. At that point in time, I was at a dead job where the circumstances around my existing Web2 job were like really not great. And I was looking to expand into a space which is new, which is exciting, and which also challenges me. That's how I got into blockchain. And then I got a lot of opportunities, somehow coincidentally, to educate and mentor different folks in this space when I myself was new. So it was more like a rapid learning curve where I had 6 months to 1 year to ramp up on 4 to 5 different protocols, which were completely new, and create a lot of content, educational material, etc. So I think it was more about the technology that attracted me, but what has led me to come full time and be in this space is just the vibe, like the openness of the space, the kind of innovation that we can do, the kind of people that we meet, the solutions that we can build. It's like massive. So yeah, that's been me.
My journey into tech, full stop, has just been super unconventional. I'm actually an economist by trade, and it was actually research that actually got me into tech, and actually research that got me here into Web3. I've been trying to build this kind of beauty solution on the Web2 space for quite a while. I've really well connected in the hair and beauty space in the UK and in Nigeria with quite a lot of influencers. And I realized that the Web2 solution that I was trying to build wasn't going to economically empower those creators. And so really being here allows me to be able to economically empower those creators. There's this kind of battle for likes on Instagram or battle for likes on YouTube, and it's all being kind of fighted by algorithms. But I want to be able to create something that actually allows creators to feel economically empowered and be economically empowered. So yeah, that's my unconventional journey. Was passionate about economic empowerment, passionate about breaking vicious cycle of poverty, did a lot of research into it, and I realized that, whoa, tech is the way, and whoa, Web3 is the way. So yeah, that brings me here.
Nice. Well, I'd say my journey to Web3, I'd say it started when I was very young. I really liked about technology. I called my puppy Wi-Fi, and then and then another thing that was very excited to me, it was different cultures and languages. So that's why I studied international business and commerce. And then one day I read that the most important the most important las navieras. Las navieras del...
Stories.
No, navieras de buques. Like Hapag-Lloyd and Maersk, shipping companies. Sorry, the shipping companies, most important shipping companies of the world, they were starting to introduce blockchain. So I was like, oh, I want to start studying that. And then one day, one friend posted something about crypto. I went to study to Germany, and then there everyone was investing in crypto, so I started reading about it, etc. And one day, one friend posted something about crypto, and I talked to him, and he was very into crypto. He has a podcast, and then he's my boyfriend now. He's here, and yeah, we were very into crypto now. And I get into Bankless DAO. I start there, and there I was very excited about the people there, how open is everyone, and that I was able to start in every guild I want. Like, for example, I started in marketing. I discovered that I was very good for marketing, for designing things. I'm into the sponsorships team, in international media notes and translating. So yeah, I'm very excited, and now I'm in HERDAO and Token Engineering Commons and keep building, and I'm very excited about Web3.
Amazing. I guess my journey into Web3, I always wanted to be a writer growing up, and everyone tell me, like, you'd never make money. Like, go and, do something in science or whatever. And so I wanted to be a writer, so I just pursued that journey as a blogger in Web 1 and in Web 2, but there was always this barrier of like ownership and producing my own content. So I started Violet Summer Zine just because I wanted to document my own stories and get paid for them. And in tandem, I was working with Web 2 companies like Huffington Post and Elle as a writer, and I still was like, I don't want to write about, what the magazine wants me to write about. I want to write about tech. So in 2016, I started writing about digital rights, wrote a story about revenge porn, and just like telling my story through personal essays and other stories through Violet Summer. And in 2017, I discovered blockchain from a boss that was actively investing in blockchain, but it really didn't click until, I guess, the pandemic, and I guess artists came together on Clubhouse, and that's when I put like all of my key findings as a creator, from a blogger to trying to figure out what subscription-based model is going to work for me. And then when I sold my first NFTs in 2020, it just was like, okay, this is going to be something. And then I stumbled across ApeWorks and all these other companies just because of my curiosity. So it's been just like to the moon from there. And yeah, and I met all these amazing women.
Thank you. So HerDAO's ethos and kind of mantra is, if we want the future to look like us, then we have to build it, right? So, gone are the days where we just sit back and write a little shopping list and go, we want this and this and this, and expect other people to kind of like deliver it for us. So that's kind of like an empowering thing. Like, I want your kind of views of like what else we can do, or how you see diversity and women empowerment in Web3. How do you see that advancing, or what would you like to see?
Okay, so a lot of people are like, oh, I never see anyone that looks like me. Well, if you didn't see anyone that looks like you, like, give them an opportunity, whether it's telling them about a grant, telling them about, different things that are going on in this space. Like, when I started navigating this space, I always made sure to take 2 friends with me. I wasn't going alone. So that's one of the ways that you can, bring up a diversity, is like mentioning their names in rooms. And it might seem really like just like, oh, that's something that people do. A lot of people don't do it, and that's how me and Tracey like connected, because we were like, okay, well, let's actually do something. And in Web3, it's about that volunteership, but mostly creating connection through like dedicating your time and your resources.
Yeah, well, I'd say inviting more people and sharing your knowledge. Like, in Mexico, with my friends, we are having a community for women. So we are starting like since the beginning, like telling them what is Bitcoin, what is Ethereum, what is blockchain. So that's how we can keep building and to invite more women into the ecosystem. And yeah, and also showing them what they can do with crypto. Like, you can create NFTs or buy an NFT, then collaborate into a DAO. And there's many projects, and they are hiring. That I see that all the projects here are hiring. So yeah, to keep showing people that.
Awesome. So many great answers. I think one of the things that I have to say as well, that the space also needs to be very welcoming in language. We need to be welcoming in also kind of different abilities, because the Web3 space is still very intimidating to the average woman. So how do we simplify our language? Because even we're talking about NFTs, we're talking about DAOs, we're talking about like these, all of these acronyms are still very much alien to the average woman. And so it's kind of our job to educate and also to look at language that's a lot more accessible, to the everyday person. Also, I think creating simple solutions, because, for example, if you want to kind of engage in this space, you have to think about like, oh, how do I actually connect my wallet to my phone? Or how do I connect my wallet to my laptop? How do I even understand that whole process? Can we create simpler processes that the average person can actually know how to use, and that can be mobile friendly as well? So yeah, that's just simplifying this space would be really helpful.
Yeah, I think most of the things that the panelists have already covered. But just two things that I strongly believe in, and I've been trying to do this as much as possible for the past couple of years. One is mentorship, and another is education, right? Mentorship is something that is in general missing in the technology space, especially for women. You don't see like so many women role models, even in Web3. In fact, it's even more difficult. But the fact is, it's very easy for somebody to become a role model. Like you just need to, share your knowledge, talk about what you're doing, and encourage other women to get into the space. And mentorship could be some small things, right? Like you could just put out a social media tweet that this is what I learned today. And then people will approach you, right? Because they think that you have navigated through something difficult. So I can probably approach you and I can navigate through this too. So I think this is one thing that I see women doing less and less. And this could also kind of be a segue into a personal branding, right? Eventually for you. You can be a mentor for other women who are navigating the space. It could be non-dev, right? Non-dev folks who are looking for design opportunities, who are looking to build products, right? You can tell them what was your hardship when you try to build something, or when you try to apply for a bounty. Or if you're technical, you can give them the resources that would be required to do things. So I would definitely like to see more women coming up into this space saying that, hey, you know what, I attended ETH Denver. This is what I did. These are my learnings, and this is what I learned. Maybe you could learn from me too. Right? And even women who are building products, right? These are the things that I navigated. This was a difficult conversation with a VC. When they asked me how much I want to raise, I wasn't sure. Right? Things like this. This could be small, trivial things to us, but it could make a huge impact in the community. So definitely mentorship, and of course education, right? If you know, you can definitely teach others. I always try to pull people and encourage them to get into the space, just explore, and you don't even have to do it full time, right? Just explore the space and kind of try out new things. And if you get stuck, reach out to women on Twitter, Discord, or her DAO or other female supporting DAOs. So yeah.
Thank you. I mean, we were talking earlier about maybe a buddy system for new people coming into ETH Denver, into this mecca of crypto is quite overwhelming. So we were doing that earlier on. And I really like the fact that we had a hacker house as well. I don't know if some of you came. Maybe not, I don't know, but it was great. And we turned it into a holistic hacker house because it's like we're trying to get rid of this old kind of Web2 culture of work yourself into the ground, even though I'm not a very good example because I am basically working myself into the ground. But we had yoga and meditation in the morning, we had massage, we had one-on-one coaching, as well as hacking and talks and workshops. And we're really trying to change that concept to make it a more welcoming space. But I think we have about maybe 6 or 7 minutes left. So I'd really like to hear from some of the women and other people in the audience. Any questions? Come on, ladies.
Hi, I'm curious, when it comes to DAOs, what do you think are some of the biggest barriers that we need to solve for in order to keep women in DAOs? Because some people get introduced, but then engaging them and giving them an outlet seems to be an issue of them advancing into more leadership positions within DAOs.
Yeah, the onboarding part is very, very important. That's something that every DAO needs to have process for it, and every DAO needs to have, for example, every areas. If depending of